So I'm about to go hit glute and yams, okay? And I look beat because I've been working from home all day and I've been having a really bad day. Just been in my own thoughts, you know? But I'm gonna have this little apple as my pre-workout snack, and I'm gonna change. I'm gonna do some makeup so I don't look like Lord Farquaad's cousin, and we're gonna go hit glutes. Okay, unfortunately, I still look horrible. Like, you know, the makeup and hair isn't doing its job. Let me show you the fit. But the leggings are from SRLIFTS. I love the color. I love SRLIFTS because they have like such bright colors. Like, don't really find that in many other brands. And I love the green. And I'm just wearing Nike socks and this shirt that I got gifted from one of my friends at the gym. It's just like a C-bum shirt. And I like tucked it into the back, obviously, as every gym girl does on glute day. But let's go hit this. I started with hip thrusts, but I was kind of taken aback by the quads, dude. So I usually do 3 sets of pretty heavy hip thrusts. Sometimes I do German volume training, and with that I do 225 instead of 3 plates. But today I was just trying to be in and out of the gym, and German volume training is reserved for you when you really need it. Next up, we do our RDLs, of course. I always warm up with 135 to get used to the motion, and also just going down really slow, which is important on this movement. I prefer barbell RDLs over dumbbell RDLs because, as you can see in a second, I'm going to be going pretty heavy, and this allows me to load up more weight than with a dumbbell. You gotta get some straps, especially for a glute day, so you can do more weight. I honestly will not be able to do this without the straps because, you know, your grip strength is much weaker than your actual strength. But I love me some good, like, heavy RDLs, going really slow on the way down. You've probably heard this analogy before, but you want to pretend that you're shaving your legs and also pushing a car door shut when you're doing this movement. And I like to keep my hands as close to my shins as possible. I almost convinced myself not to do Bulgarians, but honestly, who would I be if I didn't do some heavy Bulgarians, okay? I love this movement. It really is a glute transformer, in my opinion. I don't know what y'all think. You guys think the pump is good? But I did 3 sets until failure, and for me that's around 7 to 8 reps. And look at that pump, guys. Yeah. And I do this like on both legs, obviously, and I could go heavier, but I was just really tired today. I just couldn't. Okay. Now we're gonna walk ourselves over to the Smith machine and do some good old step ups. I used to do this on like a platform, like attachment to the cable column kind of. I don't know if you guys have that at your gym, and I would do like a 30-pound dumbbell, but I'm really short, so like I would really struggle with finding a proper height to set up the whole thing. But the Smith machine has been great. I just set up a little bench, and I feel like it has so much more stability. I'm not focused on stabilizing myself. I know that's important for movements like squats and whatever, like learning how to do that like stabilization, you know, bracing your core. But here it's an accessory movement, and I think like feeling it in your glutes and like focusing on that is way more important. And let me tell you, I felt that in my glutes, and I still do today, like 3 days later, okay? The abductor machine has been a recent addition to my glute day, and I think it has been doing like some work, you know? I don't really train abductors, and when you don't train a muscle and you start doing it, you start to see growth pretty fast. But I think that's like your side glutes, and I definitely do feel it to be a little harder, you know? That little hardness. But I did 3 sets until failure of this. Also, look at my hand vein, guys. Okay, y'all, so I just got back from the gym, as you can tell by my horrendous look. I think I'm gonna make like a baked tofu like tray. Like I'm gonna bake a whole box of tofu. Like I'm gonna make a balsamic tofu with some roasted broccoli, and I have a beet. Like I have 2 beets that I need to like use. So I'm gonna like make a some roasted beets, a good roasted bowl. Let's see if it turns out well. Maybe I'll roast a carrot too. I'm gonna put that in the oven and take a shower. Okay, the beet seems all right. You know, it honestly, it's a little bit easier to cut because it's a little squishy, but it smells good. It smells all right. I think I'm gonna just eat it, to be honest. Maybe I'll just cut this. Yeah, I'll just cut a little bit of it off. So I'm gonna cut it up into some cubes, and I'm gonna need to like add some balsamic. Like I'm gonna need to add some seasoning to it. So I'm gonna just let it sit for a second. Let's peel this carrot. I realized I should have brought the camera closer. Let me do that. I don't even have any parchment paper, to be honest, so that sucks. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of coconut aminos for the vegetables. And then obviously I'm gonna add a bunch of like seasoning and stuff. So many vegetables like sitting in my fridge that just need to be eaten. It smells good. Fennel smells so good, dude. Some broccoli, just a little bit. So I got all the vegetables I want to use. It's so colorful and pretty. Salt, of course. I'm trying to do this as soon as possible because I have so much to do today. I just got some PR packages. I have to film stuff for that. I have to plan it. I have to take a shower. I have to wash my hair. Yeah. So and then I'm putting in this green goddess dressing, the one I've been using all day from Trader Joe's. And I'm going to put in some garlic powder, of course. Of this mushroom umami stuff. It tastes so good. It's also from Trader Joe's. What I've been using all day. Okay. Let's toss it. Honestly, I'm just going to use this. Mix it up properly. Put these vegetables on here. Okay, let's cut this tofu up. Let's prepare the tofu. This tofu is so soggy right now, and I'm not even going to bother to press it. Maybe I should. Okay, so this is all the tofu and the same seasonings we added to the vegetables. It's fine. This is what the tofu looks like. Okay. Look at all that prettiness. Okay, to be honest, I'm really hungry. Sorry, I look really bad. So I just ended it like quicker than 30 minutes, but I think it was fine. I think it's fine. I hope it's not too hot. Some of the tofu is pretty crispy. Steaming. So I don't have much of this hummus left, to be honest, but I still am trying to be exact with my measurements, so I'm gonna do like 2 tablespoons. And then I'm just gonna add like a little bit of dressing, like a bottle cap amount. So good, right? It looks pretty. It looks pretty. It looks pretty.